All right. I am excited about this conversation with another one of my favorite students, Sagine. Sagine, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Teacher Tiff. About you?
I am doing fantastic as well. Thank you for asking. It's always good to see your smiling face.
Thank you. You too.
Good. Now, Sagine, those watching and listening, I'm sure they're also ready to know more about you. So, can you please introduce yourself, Sagine? Your country, your family, your hobbies, your work. Tell us about you.
Before I go further, I like to compliment you. You look so pretty and
Oh, thank
amazing.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. My name is Sagine Elasme, and I'm from Haiti,
Hmm.
and I'm mother of three,
Hmm.
and happy family, and working hard man in the
Hmm.
family.
Hmm.
And I am a singer. This is my habit.
Nice.
And I got my own business, like a hairdresser.
Uh-huh.
And also I'm study with teacher Tiffany. And
Yes.
also I am in the other course study like leadership,
Hmm.
equal technology.
Yes.
And so now this is me, I am.
I love it. I love it. A strong woman, an amazing mother, wife, business owner, amazing. Now, something that piqued my interest, and you know how much I love music. You said that you are a singer. What type of music do you like to sing, Sajin?
Like gospel music,
I love it.
and
I
I
love
really
gospel.
love gospel music. Like I am Christian,
Mm-hmm.
so I really love enjoy the music. I enjoy most that kind of music because I feel like music is like a passion, is like we
Yes.
supposed to have music, but
Yes.
I must focus in Christian music.
I love it. I love it. I also love gospel. Gospel's my favorite type of music as well, as a Christian too.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I would love one day for you to post a video of you singing to our family group. For those listening, we have a family group for
I
all the
will.
students. She's a part of our academy. So, okay, let me ask you this. You mentioned earlier again, Sajine, I love you. You've been with me for a while. Can you tell those listening and those watching, when did you start studying English and why did you choose English? You said you're Haitian, so I know you speak Creole and French. Why did you choose English and when did you start studying English?
Okay, I don't really have specific times
Mm-hmm.
I start learning English,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember when I was a child, when I was at school, like
Mm-hmm.
school, and I start to learn, but not that much,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't cap anything. So when I went to other country, the other country named Saint Martin,
Uh-huh.
I started to learn all the stuff in the house, like
Yeah.
curtains, like
Yeah.
plate, like cup, like
Yeah.
kitchen, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And after that, I traveled to New Jersey, but
Yeah.
I didn't have chance to go to school by the time. And when I
Yeah.
just came in New Jersey, I get pregnant with my first daughter, and
Wow.
I can even have paperwork to go to school. But I find some video in YouTube, but those videos is not even interesting like I
Mm.
into.
Yeah.
But after COVID,
Yeah.
so I want to make long story short. So after COVID, and I find you, and I say, I heard you said, you know why you don't have to frustrated to speak
Yes.
English, you don't have to be shy, all of
Yeah.
that, you have to keep
Yeah.
practice, all of that. I say, wow,
Mm.
this is the good place I supposed to be. And
Wow.
your character, your kindness,
Oh,
and you explain like you Christian. I say, wow, this is my sister right there. Even I know I'm shy, I don't like to talk, but I said this course I supposed to be right there. And I call
wow.
my daughter. I said, my daughter, you know I got a plan,
Wow.
because I always wanna know more word of the Bible. So
Yes.
I said I need to go to this course. Doesn't matter what, how I have to,
Yeah.
but I have to go there. And the other video I saw, you said you talking about like a native, like about you was talking about food, like
Yes.
Subway food. I
Yeah.
say, oh, she really an American. She's a citizen American.
Yeah.
And when you mention you come from Maryland, I say she's close by me. I have to meet her. And my daughter encouraged me, you need to go to the course because you got problem with essay.
Yeah.
And the course you gonna learn, you need to practice because you need to get essay. You have to get
Yeah.
good grade and to do that. I
Yeah.
say, okay, let me enroll daily English. I said, okay,
Yeah.
let me do it. And I told her, I'm I don't feel comfortable because I'm so shy. My
Uh-huh.
daughter said, you can do it. And
Yes.
plus you said in your video, you said you can do it. It's
Yes.
nothing impossible to do it. I say, okay, let's go. Let me do
Yes.
it. And I
Yes.
give me chance July 20 last year.
Wow.
And I will to come to your course.
I am sitting in amazement as I'm listening to you because I remember when you first came into the course. I want to make sure everyone listening and watching understands how amazing you are, Sagine. You just said that you never went to school for English. You literally went throughout your life not studying English, came to America, to New Jersey, got pregnant with your first child. So you didn't have the opportunity to go to any official program like at a university. But I listened to you for almost 5 minutes speak with confidence. You were very poised as you spoke. You weren't worried. You honestly, I was like, she's speaking so well. I know I'm your teacher, but I'm impressed many times by you all. And I was just sitting here in awe of how well you are doing and how fast you've improved. You came in July of last year. It hasn't even been a full 12 months. And look at how amazing you are. Like you're speaking English so well. So I want to just continue to encourage those listening. You guys can be just like Sagine. Sagine is amazing. I'm so proud of you. And you have an amazing daughter, it sounds like. Your daughter seems like she's really encouraging. I'm sure each of your children are amazing, but your daughter, I love how she encouraged you. And Sagine, you're amazing. You're
Yes, if you
amazing.
don't mind, she can say hi to you. She close to me because she don't have school today. If you
Sure.
want her to say
Is she
good
is she
morning
is
to
it a
you,
kid or how old is she? Only because of YouTube.
she just turned 15.
Okay, I think it's fine. Yes, I know for like YouTube, they has to be careful with kids. Of course.
Yes.
Yes, come on, come on.
Okay, so let me pass
Yeah,
you her a little
sure,
bit.
sure.
Yeah,
She's coming.
because I
Yeah.
talk about you and you did a great job. So you have to say hi to my amazing teacher, Tiff.
Hello, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. And what's your name?
You're Elizabeth.
You're Isabel. Wow, I love that name.
You're Elizabeth.
You're Isabeth. A beautiful name. Very beautiful. You have an amazing mother.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for encouraging her.
You're welcome. Thank
All
you
right,
for
huh?
being here.
You're welcome, huh? Bye bye. She's so sweet, Sajine.
Yes, she did.
She's a very sweet girl. Amazing. Okay, so we understand how your journey started and how fast you are improving. Now, let me ask you this question, Sajine. Every time I see you, you're always smiling. You're always so pleasant. I love when you come to our classes and you're there, and I see you when you're commenting in our family community. But let me ask you this. What's the hardest thing right now for you about studying English? You're following the plan, but is there anything that's hard for you right now?
The harder thing is essay. I mentioned that earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because like a leadership, like a leader, and I need to have to do essay.
Yeah, it's right. Essays,
That's
that's
the
true.
yeah, that's the harder thing. And the second thing, I have to create time to myself.
Yes.
So I already did. I try when I don't have time. When I
Yeah.
have time, I study.
Yeah.
Anytime I have
Yes.
time, I study because
Yes.
I need to get practice often
Yes.
to communicate. You know, communication is number one. So
Yes.
that's why I have to practice.
Yes.
That's the harder thing for me, the essay.
Okay.
And the second one, pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Yes.
Okay. I can help you. So I'm going to give you a few tips, right? So first I want to say again, your speaking ability has improved so much. We're having a conversation. I'm comfortable. You're comfortable. That's amazing. You said the first challenge you're experiencing is writing essays. And this is something that even Americans, right? We have to be taught how to write essays. My tip that I want to give to you today is just like you find time to practice speaking English and you're very active in our group, I want you, and it doesn't have to be for a long period of time, even if it's for 5 minutes. When you got up in the morning, before you help your husband or your kids, or even before you go to help your clients, right, at your hairdressing or hair salon, just write for 5 minutes. Don't worry about mistakes. The same thing I tell you all with the videos, right? If you go back and look at your videos when you first started to now, completely different, right? It's the
Yes,
exact same
I
thing.
can do that because I'm early bird person. So I really like
Good. I love it. I'm an early bird too. Just for
okay.
5 minutes then. And I want you to just for 5 minutes, turn on the alarm, 5 minutes, set the alarm, and just start writing. And I want you to write about your day, what your plan is for the day. Don't worry about, oh, this sentence is wrong. Nope. Just continue to write for 5 minutes. When the bell alarm goes off, stop. The
Thank
next
you so
day.
much for the good advice, teacher.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You'll find that it will help you improve. And again, let us know again in the family group, let your family members know, hey guys, I'm doing this in the morning, and let us know the progress. And then I'll let you know the next step. Once this habit becomes easier for you, I'll let you know the next step. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And for your pronunciation, the pronunciation was the third thing you mentioned. I want to give you encouragement. Your pronunciation is not bad. Your pronunciation is not bad. I know that many times when students are learning a new language, you're a little bit self-conscious, right? You say, oh, I don't sound like them, or I don't sound like her. I'm saying this not just as your teacher, I'm saying this as an American. Your pronunciation is not bad. It's very easy to understand you.
Remember, I want to mimic you.
Exactly. And I can tell, I can hear, remember, I can hear in your voice, wow, she's doing a lot better. So it is really improving, and continue doing what you're doing. One thing that I've noticed is depending on the language that someone speaks, their first language, certain sounds can be tricky. For example, I have some friends that their first language is Spanish, or their first language, like you, is French or Creole,
Creole, yes.
and they have a challenge with the TH sound. Why? Because that sound is not in their language. As for you, right? It's not the
Yes.
TH sound, right?
Yeah, I got a little bit problem with that too, TH sound
TH sound.
and H sound.
They can be tricky, right? I'll
Yes.
say this. So, two things. So, it is really good to practice the sound. It is good. I had a student when I was in Korea, and it literally is just putting your tongue between your teeth, but it's every day practicing. And the second thing is, in America, we have so many people that are of Hispanic background or even Haitian back. We are actually okay. Like, oh, no, your English is great. It's okay. So as you're practicing, just don't be stressed. That's all I would say. But you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so tell me, we talked about the challenges. You mentioned 3 challenges, and I gave you 2 tips for the first and the third challenge. What do you enjoy the most? You're always smiling. What do you enjoy the most about studying English right now?
the big my family, because
Yes.
I can speak with all the person all over the world,
Yeah.
and it's mean a lot to me,
Yeah.
especially this moment.
Yeah.
And I wanna explain to you a little bit of story
Sure.
about my private part.
Sure.
When my mom passed away like 2 years ago,
Oh, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm.
and after 2 years ago, some siblings
Mm-hmm.
and they split apart because we don't talk,
Mm-hmm.
because just the situation.
Right.
I couldn't have any sibling to talk by the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was God only. Thank God I got my family and my daughters. She's always with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I find the community, their
Mm-hmm.
big family, is
Mm.
helped me a lot.
Wow.
That's why all the time I said, Teacher Tiff,
Mm.
you doing that is not to teach English, but
Mm.
you got a gift
Mm.
from God.
Wow.
Can
Thank you.
anyone cannot have,
Mm.
because the way you passionate, the way
Mm.
you teach us, the way your kindness, I find everything on you
Mm.
globally, you know.
Mm.
So that's why I said, uh, in this moment,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the second family
Mm.
make a lot change in my life,
Mm. Mm.
because my mom was got like 9 children.
Yes.
I'm before last one,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but God bless me. I make a lot of effort to myself and to my family.
Yeah.
So sometimes people even jealous about that when you make effort.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I find you
Hmm.
not even teacher to me,
Mm.
to be honest with you.
Mm.
You like a friend, you like a
Mm.
sister you not even know.
Mm.
And I help you pray too. I know that kind
Thank you.
of job is not easy. You I know you feel you can find difficulty
Mm-hmm.
what you doing,
Mm.
because you can face any kind of problem. I know what I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
because like with my clients sometimes
Yeah.
I face a lot of problem.
That's true. Yeah.
Sometimes they call my names, you know,
Right.
but I know what I'm doing. I know what I will be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I focus in
Mm-hmm.
my education,
Mm-hmm.
and thank God send you in
Mm.
my,
Mm-hmm.
in my word
Mm-hmm.
to help me
Mm.
to create the other family,
Mm.
like a friend, like a sisters, like a brothers.
Mm.
And I feel so comfortable with that.
Mm.
That's the really big thing and
Mm.
change my life in this
Mm.
academy. So I
Wow.
will encourage you. You
Wow.
will never um you God gonna bless you especially
Mm.
for that.
I want to thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. And it really, I remember when I first started all of this, Sagine, and this is literally what I wanted to happen. I wanted people to feel a sense of community, to be like a family. And I'm honored, as you know, to be your teacher. But to know that, yes, you consider me a friend and a part of your family, it makes me happy because this is what it's all about. We're all here on this earth to really help each other. So
Mhm.
thank you for your honesty. Again, I'm sorry to hear about your mom's passing. And I will also pray that you and your siblings come back together. You and your siblings develop a strong relationship. And I believe that God will use you, Sajine, to bring
Yeah,
your family back together. And thank you again. I thank you so much for being
I know,
transparent.
I know he will.
God is good. Wow, he's good.
All the time. So life has taught me
Yeah.
I am not
Mm.
always in control,
Yeah. Yeah.
so life is full of experience and
Yeah.
listen and heartbreak.
Yeah. Yeah.
and pain, but it has always shown me love
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like you do, you
Hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
because you show me love,
Mm-hmm.
and beauty, probability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, probability and new beginning, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
that's life, new
Yes.
beginning and brass and all it make,
Yes.
I don't know if you understand, and who are, and after,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
every storm,
Yeah. After every storm.
come, a clearly sky.
That's true. So true. After every storm is a clear sky. So true.
Yes. So now I am, because you with me. When
Mm.
you pray God for something, I know I'm not preaching, but
I
I'm so
love it. I
sorry.
love it. This is why I love these conversations. I'm here to listen to you. Go for it. Continue.
Yeah, but anything you ask God, that's why anything, before I do anything, I always
Mm-hmm.
ask God, help
Yes.
me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Amen.
I told you, you're not here for yourself.
Mm.
I know your goal is for help thousand people
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with teaching, learning English.
Mm-hmm.
What I want you to know, you
Mm.
not learn only English.
Mm.
You change life, so many life. Okay, you change life. I know it's so powerful, but you change life. Yeah. God bless you, teacher. Yes. You can hide the truth. You can't.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
wow. Didn't expect that. I really appreciate what you said. I had to push pause for a second. Sorry those listening or watching, but it's interesting because yes, I'm teaching you guys English, but like my whole goal is to really help change lives. Mm,
Mhm.
mm. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah.
Thank you, God. Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm happy that's happening, and I'll continue doing it. I'll continue, working hard to help you guys, and that's what we're here for, to really be a blessing to each other. So, wow. Well, that was amazing. I guess I'll ask you the next question.
Yes.
Thank you. I really appreciate you saying that though. Man, you've said so much already about how like being a part, for those listening, we say the family, like those that are members of my academy that speak English with Tiffani Academy, you become a part of a family. And as Sagine has so well stated and put into words, like we really are a family. I want to ask Sagine, like, how has your life changed? You've mentioned so many things, but you said you started in July. How has your life changed? Do you feel like your business has improved, your family life? How has your life changed after being able to speak
My,
English?
my life changed a lot,
Mm.
because I able to speak with my customers,
Mm-hmm.
first of all. And if I wanna explain to my pastor, because the church I go to,
Mm-hmm.
the pastor is the native English speaker.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And before I couldn't ask him questions. But after
Amazing.
I study with you,
Mm.
any question I want to, I'm able to ask him.
Amazing.
Even the college I want to go to, when you
Mm.
enter the pastor have to be signed
Yeah.
for you when you take that
Yes.
credit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's helped me a lot. Like I told you, my daughter, she's the second one to encourage me
Mm-hmm.
to mommy, you need to on wall, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
First
Mm-hmm.
of all, you told me you love teacher Tiff,
Mm-hmm.
and the character of her, you already feel you and her on you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do it, because you like people speak slow with you and kite
Mm-hmm.
with you and make you comfortable. I already see her in you. So, mommy, you can do it. I say, okay, I'm listening to you, so I will do it. That's and they changed me too. I can do anything and
Yes.
everything right now
Yes. Yes.
because I feel like English is a package and I need it. You know, I need it. So if I need it, I make my effort on it
Yeah.
to learn that, you know.
Yes.
So, because and you motivate me too to encourage the other person and I can preach too with my, you know, I can express myself
Yeah.
with the other people. That's why I said let me do anything in my own. That's
Yeah.
why even my little daughter,
Yeah.
she just turned 8. She said, mommy, I want to mimic you because you said you want to mimic teacher T. I say, yes, if you mimic me, you mimic a good person and right person because I mimic a right person. So let's go follow me. And all in the house keep say, you love when she said story time. Hey, when I doing something, one of them just said, okay, do you know what time is it, mommy? I said, yes, I know what time is it. This is story time.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so they make me so proud of them too, and they encourage me to practice and to more motivate. But you, I don't know the word I can add. If I have a stronger word than that, I give it to you.
Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. It really does mean a lot.
Yes.
It really does. And I'm happy to hear that your life has changed so much. It's overwhelming at times to hear the different stories. You said something, I want to wrap up our conversation with something you said, that you want to encourage others. The same way I'm encourage you want to be able to encourage. So Sagine, what would you say to someone listening right now? Someone that maybe was where you were back in June of 2020 before you joined our family. Someone that maybe experienced the same frustrations or is currently experiencing frustrations because of English. What advice or what encouragement can you give right now to someone listening that's an English learner?
Okay. To me, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Phone.
To me, encouragement for all listeners, for all students right now. I will say this is the right place. You will never find. That's according me. Because teacher Tiff, if you're looking for something kind, right there. If you want something smile, hopefully smile, come right there. If you want to learn English faster to do everything and anything in your life, come here in this academy. Because we already family and we understand each other, and especially when you go to the Telegram and to YouTube channel, all of that and audio videos, you can find everything. Just focus, practice, listening, and practice with the others. And just to translate the word, even you don't know what the word means, try to use it. And try to use it. Even you said that 1,000 times, you will catch it. So that's why I encourage you, come here, and you're not gonna lose anything. Okay, and if you come here, you got the whole package.
I love it. I didn't tell her to say that, guys. She said that on her own. So, Jean, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. I really appreciate this conversation. I thoroughly enjoy getting to know you all even more. And I thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. I hope you
I have to tell you thank you too, teacher Tiffani. I'm the one gonna say thank you because you changed my life completely. You really, really changed my life completely.
Oh.
Okay, the compliment is for you. It's not for me. If you don't create the course, what I have to do?
Mm,
Because
mm,
that's the person I looking for, the character, like I told you early, the kindness, the
mhm,
faithfulness, and then you really know what you're doing.
mm,
Okay,
mhm.
uh, I mean, you, you're too good.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate
Okay,
that. I really
so
appreciate that.
you're
Well, I'll
welcome.
keep working hard for you guys. I'll keep helping you all achieve your goals, and we'll continue to be a family. So Jean, thank
Okay,
you so much. I really appreciate you.
you're welcome. Can I ask you a question before we
Of
leave?
course, of course.
Do I know the question is wrong, but I still ask you.
That's okay.
You never tired?
Great question. So, I get that a lot. Like, Tiff, you do a lot. How do you do a lot? So, I'll give you two things. First, I am an early bird. Earlier in the conversation, you mentioned you're an early bird. I normally wake up around 4 a.m. So what happens is I usually am able to get a lot more done in the morning because everyone else is sleeping. So actually, three things. I'm an early bird. Second, I am extremely organized, and that's because of my dad. So I literally, right now, as I'm speaking to you on my wall, I have my entire year planned out. So when you have a plan, just like when I give it to you all, think about like this plan for English, you're seeing results like this. So I actually have my business laid out in that way too. Everything is planned out and it helps me accomplish more. The third thing and the most important thing is honestly my relationship with God, because the energy I need to push forward and keeping in mind the goal, and which is why I got emotional earlier. Everything I do is for you all, sincerely and like from the bottom of my heart. So when you're doing something because you actually care about people, it's this extra measure of energy that wouldn't be there if it was just a job, right? There's this extra, I'll call it spiritual adrenaline. I guess like when you're someone's playing sports, they have an adrenaline rush and they can push through any difficult um, challenge or any difficult game that they might be playing in. I've found that when it comes to being an English teacher and being your teacher and helping you all, there's this spiritual adrenaline that comes up because God reminds me every day, Tiff, what you're doing is literally helping somebody. So I think honestly, again, the third one being the most important thing. Yes, I'm an early bird. Yes, I'm naturally organized. But every day, God reminds me what you're doing is making a difference. And that just gives me more energy to keep doing it. So hopefully that answered your question.
Okay, I got one more.
Okay, okay.
As you know, you always laughing, right?
Yes.
You always in the good mood.
Uh huh.
But I know in this situation in the life we
Mm-hmm.
face so many kind of problems.
Yes.
How you deal with
With that.
that, because you always smiling? I don't know if it's your life is like that or where you get that from. And
Uh
no,
huh.
B, because I want you to answer B, and you know you are the singer also. Where
Mm-hmm.
you get that from your parents?
Okay, good one. I like the part A and part B. So part A, so first and part to the answer of that question, my mom actually told me. So my parents are, still together. They're enjoying their retirement life. But my mom told me that literally from the day I was born, she said, you were just a happy baby. She said, I would wake up and always be smiling and laughing. She said, you were just a happy baby. Like you were the baby everybody wanted to hold because you were always happy. So I'd say, quote unquote, naturally, I'm a happy person. But now being older and having been through many things in my life, so there are good days and bad days, right? Situations happen. Like I lost my nephew to cancer when he was 5 years old. I've had really bad situations, but it honestly is because of my relationship with God, to be very honest with you. There are two things: joy and happiness. They are very different. Happiness is a result of an external situation. I got an extra bonus for my job. Ooh, I'm feeling happy, right? I got some good
Okay.
food. Some, what is it? Oh, what is the rice? Haitian rice. I love it. Juijon.
Oh, diri John John.
Yes, that.
John John.
You give me a plate of that. Oh yeah, I'm happy, right? An
Okay.
external, right?
Okay.
Something happened
Yes.
externally that made me happy. Joy is an internal happiness that is not affected by a situation. So, for example, my nephew, when he passed away, was I sad?
Oh,
Extremely.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. Thank you. Yeah, it was about, I think, 9 years ago. Extremely difficult situation, right?
Okay.
I still was able to have joy in my heart because in the midst of the situation, Christ, God comforted me in the midst of that. So I tell people it's a joy that I always have because it's internal. It's not something external. I may lose money. I may have a student that calls me and tells me something that happened to them that was sad, and I'll feel sad with them, right? But the joy still remains because I know that God loves me and God is saying, Tiff, every day we have a purpose, something to move forward. And that gives me the internal joy. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Like, I'm a naturally happy person, but the consistency you see is because of the joy inside that has come from the strong relationship that I have with God. That kind of makes sense?
Yes, of course. It makes
Good.
sense.
I'm passing my test. All right.
Oh, yes, you did. I got a little bit thing to say about me, and
I didn't answer part B though. Is that okay? Can I still pass the test?
yes.
Part B, I just love music. My dad used to sing when back in the day, but we had music in my house all growing up. And so I just
Okay.
love singing around the house. So part B. There you
Okay.
go. There you go.
Okay. So
What would you like to say?
you sound like me. So you got 100%.
Yes.
Yes, 100. You pass. You're number one.
Good, good.
So I like what I like to ask you,
Yeah.
how you see on me like a native speaker?
Mhm.
I suppose too. I know you mentioned so many things early, but
Mhm.
you in me, how you see I really need to practice most.
Great question. Okay, so this is what I'll say, and I'll give a very honest answer as your teacher. You started in July and it's May, right? So you've almost been with me for a year. The progress I've seen from July to now shows me that the key to you continuing to improve is to continue remaining consistent every single day, following the lesson, every single day, practicing. So, first, continue doing what you're doing because you're the type of student that, wow, when you put your mind to it, your brain says, okay, this is what we're doing, Sagine. Okay, Sagine. And literally, again, I was being very honest earlier when I was sitting, and I can't wait till you see this video later on. We're recording early. For 5 straight minutes, Sagine, I was just listening. That is a huge accomplishment. 5 straight minutes, no pauses, no I'm sorry, Tiff. No, you spoke with confidence. Many times, English learners don't get the opportunity to pause and look at themselves. As your teacher, I get to watch you. I'm literally sitting on the sidelines watching you grow and improve. So I want first you to realize how much you've improved. When you realize that, that actually will help you go to the next level. Many times what holds students back is this fear of, I'm not good yet. Oof. Tell me, am I doing okay? That feeling right there many times holds English learners back. Oh, I'm not doing that well. Am I okay right now? So it's not that there are things you can work on. It's that right there. I want you to realize how amazing Sagine is. I want you to realize where you are and how far you've come.
Yes.
So the continued consistency. And the second thing is, because you mentioned it earlier with the essays, I want you to start writing every morning. 5 minutes, only 5 minutes, right? A short period of time. I want you to start doing that because that is also going to help you believe in your ability to write. Many times students don't realize, hey, you're able to express yourself, right? You've followed so many of my lessons, right? You're able to express yourself, no problem. Tiffani,
Yeah.
part A of the question, part B of the question, right? Like you're able to do that, right?
Yes.
That means you have the ability to write. You
Okay.
just have to believe it. Now it's up to
Thank
Sagine to believe it and to practice it. So my advice, one, keep doing what you're doing with the consistency. And number two, every morning, 5 minutes, start writing. And I
I know
guarantee you
that's
in a
the
few
key.
months,
Yes.
you'll be like, wait, Tiff was right. Yeah,
Mhm.
you got it. You got it.
You
Yeah.
always right anyway.
No, I mean, I think it's mainly honestly because I understand where you are. Like when I was learning Korean, that's why I feel like there's this passion and I feel like there's this confidence in me as a teacher. I know what you're going through. When I was studying Korean, it was challenging. And I was an adult as well. So I know the challenges that we as adults feel. Young people don't feel that. When you're teenagers or like young 20, you don't feel this stress that an adult feels trying to learn a language. I understand and I can actually empathize. That's why I can give the advice. Once you get over that, you're gonna.
I know English is the first languages, right?
Mhm,
It's not really easy to find the English speaker to learn different language.
mhm, mhm.
So how push you to learn Korea?
Now, I do want to answer this, but I have one more interview with another student that I have to go to after this conversation. So I'm going to
Okay.
have to answer this one really quickly and then we'll go on. All right, I'll answer it quickly and then we'll have to wrap up. For me, what led me to learn Korean, it was a quote from Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela said, if you tell someone something in a language they know, they'll hear it in their mind. But if you tell someone something in a language that is their own, their mother tongue, their first language, they'll hear it in their heart. And when I heard that quote, I said, I have to learn Korean. I went to Korea as a missionary English teacher. And again, like my relationship with God is what makes me feel so joyful all the time. And I literally enjoy life because of my relationship with God. I wanted to tell other Koreans about that. Well, in order for me to share that and they hear it in their heart, I had to learn their language. So it's always been about other people. Everything I do, I try to make it about helping other people. So that's why I wanted to learn Korean.
Okay.
Did I pass?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
I fly, but I want to speak more, but it's
I
time
know.
flies
I
already.
know. This is the
And
part where I say with the plan, like I have a schedule so that I'm able to, I would love to speak a longer time too, but there's so many students waiting and I want to make sure I respect their time too. So I have enjoyed this, Sagine. Thank you so much.
thank you to you too. You was extremely stunning this morning, shiny, and I really appreciate. Thank you for everything, Teacher Tiff.
You're welcome, hun. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Same to you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
You too, hun. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.